Let's model something in Blender, and let's make every mistake that we'll end up making while we do it. This is not a guide on how to model something in Blender. This is a, hey, let's go through the process and see what happens. So first, we need to come up with something to model. I recommend grabbing some Post-it notes and sketching it at about that scale, but we're going to do a mug, because I looked around on my desk and I found a mug. So we'll do that. Okay, so new Blender scene. Grab everything. A, X, delete, enter, AX, enter, boom, gone. Get out of here, cube. So what shape is the closest to a mug? How can I do the least work? Cylinder seems pretty good to me. In my little menu down here, my little menu, let me go over here, F9 to open that menu, by the way. How many vertices? What are the different settings we want? Let's just, I don't know. I don't have any intuition. I've never modeled a mug before. So let's just use the defaults for now and go with that. Great. Let's go into edit mode. This little pie menu showed up. If you press tab, you'll probably jump right into edit mode. That menu appears for me because of my, I have a tab for pie menu. Under the preferences key map, tab for pie menu selected. And I like that because that lets me look at what, not that I'm going into vertex painting all the time, but it's just like I see the feedback of what mode I'm going into when I switch modes. Okay. Okay, so we got a thing here. Well, I guess I need a big hole in the middle, right? So I got to bring that face and the top down. So to do that, I'm going to grab the top of that face and I'm going to extrude it down. But that's not, maybe scale it in, but that's not right because I don't have like a lip up top. So like, yeah, I could grab the top and I could bevel it. This is, sort of, nah. Let's use the Inset Faces tool. So let's grab the top. So we're going to face select mode. That's these 1, 2, 3 buttons. 3 face select. We'll grab our mug and we'll press I to inset the face. I don't have a very good view here. Press I to inset the face. And now I can extrude it down, but I don't know how far to extrude. Seasoned Blender users will recognize that I've just made a mistake, but let's not worry about that right now. So, did it again. What was that mistake? We're going to come back and we're going to catch it and we're going to fix it. But we haven't noticed it yet, unless you have. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so we're extruding something. I'm undoing. I'm trying to figure it out. Let's go into a side view mode, so I can grab that face and I can bring it down. But I want to see how far down I'm going, so I should go into X-ray mode. And now I've got that face. I can go into a view that gives me the right feedback, that gives me the right information to make the change. So I can press E, and here we go, and I can extrude it. How thick is a mug? This mug's, I don't know, whatever. There we go. Okay, back to object mode to take a look at it. Let's get out of here, and that looks all right. That's a cylinder with a hole in it. That's a mug. Mugs need a handle. Mugs need a handle. So where should the handle go? Which face should we pull the handle out of? Well, it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna go try to see if I can do it along one of these axes. My panel is such that my mug is such that if I were to pull straight out of any of these things, it's not really in line with my axis, with my Y, and I would like it to be sort of perfectly aligned. So I think the solution is either we rotate everything around the Z-axis by the exact amount we need, which I could probably grab a calculator. I could probably take 60 and divide that by 32 faces. Divide that by 2, well, 5.625. Rotate around the Z-axis by 5. Did that do it? Okay, but like who does math? I don't know. Do you have a calculator on your desk? Probably not. So let's not do it that way. Let's make another mistake, and let's just grab 2 of them. And let's extrude out. Except that's not good. The handle needs, I don't don't want to carve a hole into that. I don't know how to carve a hole into that. So I need some geometry. I need some stuff here. Well, let's do the edge loop thing. So edge loop, loop cut. But I'm going to keep my cursor here. I'm going to use these keyboard shortcuts. Control R. And I can grab which edge loop I'm going to cut. And then I can move it around, or I can, and so on. So let's put one, kind of eyeball on this. Let's put one here. Let's put one below it, and then let's do the same down here. That was probably a way to, I kind of want those to be the same width. We'll eyeball it, who cares? Question, was that a mistake? Should we have somehow done that perfectly accurately? Maybe. Should we have evenly distributed edge loops around up and down the cylinder? Maybe, but I don't know. But that's not going to stop me. We can still go anyway. Okay, let's grab some faces. Let's grab these 4 faces and let's extrude them out. Nice. But let's say I extrude, I'm going to press Z to make sure I'm extruding perfectly along that axis. And then I want to connect them this way. But I got some bumpy. Look, I might got a little bump there. So let's select those faces. They're already selected. That's good for me, but let's just assume I forgot. Select those faces, and let's scale them around the x-axis. So S, X, 0, and that's going to flatten them perfectly. And now I'm good. Now I need another edge loop, or I can just extrude again. There you go. There's my edge loop. And now I need to connect these faces. So how do I do that? Is there some tool to grab faces, like maybe bridge edge loops? Is there some tool that I can use that will do that? Yes, there is. It's bridge edge loops. But let's say we don't know about that one. What we want to do is we need to know that if we grab these things and press F, that will connect things. It will form a face, right? If you just grab 2 edges and press F, that's going to make a face. If you grab 3 vertices and press F, that's going to make a face. If you grab two vertices and press F, that's going to make an edge, because an edge is 2 vertices. So we can grab all the vertices we want and do it that way. We can grab the edges we want and do it that way. So just let it know that you don't need to know all the tricks and tools. At the end of the day, you can always just grab the edges you need and press F, and just make it one by one, extrude a vertice out at a time. We've got some faces up in here that if I were to close this handle, make this loop, I'd have faces on the inside of my geometry, and that's probably bad. I'm going to delete them on the top. You should delete them on both. I'm going to leave them on the bottom just to demonstrate what will happen, because sometimes it's fine. We can ignore it. Actually, I don't want to leave them. I know I need to delete them. I don't want to leave them. Experiment on yourself. So I grab the faces. Made sure I still didn't have a line sitting there in between. And there we go. It's a mug. We're done. We're not done. We can pretty this up, but we're pretty much done. Let's get this handle. Let's go to the side view, and let's select. Ooh, another mistake. Check this out. We did not select all the way around the object. So let's go into that wireframe mode and select. Now we got it all. And now I can do G, X, and I can bring that back into somewhere reasonable. Okay, I want to bring this handle. I want to make this handle more curvy. So I need more geometry to work with, right? I can grab an edge loop and pull it out, and that's going to help. So let's just do that. Tap escape to sort of get out of the moving them up and down. That way it's perfectly centered. Okay, why does that look? Oh, I'm on. Yeah. Okay, we're still good. Where am I? Edit mode. Where was I? Okay, I want to pull all these out. I guess I want an edge loop here, don't I? Just to be evenly distributed. Ah, whatever. I'm gonna grab the middle edge loop, and we could pull that out a bit. Or check this out. Proportional editing. I remember that from some tutorial. And now I just gotta find the face that looks good. That doesn't look good. So let me go to a sphere. Yeah, that's kind of the shape I want. Just to that part, the top of the mug. Maybe I do want that extra. Am I grabbing the middle one? One of those edges not moving as much. Ah, because I have like a weird number of edge loops. Okay, how about that? Just fiddle with it till it looks good. That's fine. I don't actually care. Okay, great. It looks bad up here, but we can move these edges. See how I just like just scrolled the proportional editing in instead of actually turning it off? Probably a mistake. And then down here, I want to, sure. I think what I want to do is bevel. Bevel, I don't like those tools. I'll just use a shortcut here. Bevel, but I can like hit the scroll wheel. That's like not the shape of a mug. I wonder if there's some way to like smooth a bunch of edges out without having to move them by hand. I bet there is, worth looking into, but we don't have time, we're moving on. That's good enough. We got our candle's got a little butt. It's fine. All right, let's grab, now that we pulled the whole thing out, let's grab, oops, all right, we just fiddle it into shape until it looks fine. Great. It's too thick. Hey, yo, hey, yo. That looks bad. But watch this. Shade flat. It's fine. Okay, the last thing to go over is, let's say I want to smooth out some of the rest of my mug by beveling it. Do it something like that. And now I get to this inner loop, and I try to bevel it. And it's not doing it right. It's doing it very wrong. That's not the bevel. Look at that. What's going on? What's happening here? Well, what's happening is I created a couple of extra edge loops that were all perfectly overlapping each other and are all in the exact same location because I extruded and then I canceled, but I didn't undo the extrude. So now I have all these like vertices that are like on top of each other. Right, I have edge. Whoops. I have a vertex here. I have a vertex here. You know, it's like they're all in the same place. So that's bad. As you saw, it messes up the bevel tool, messes up shading. There's all sorts of bad stuff. I'm going to just take A to select all. I'm going to go to the search menu because I don't remember where this tool is. That's F3. Well, I already have it. I've already searched for it. But if you don't have that, you can change. If you're not doing animation, then maybe change your spacebar action to search instead of play. Then you can just hit search, and we're going to try to find merge by distance. Merge by distance. Under the mesh cleanup menu, we can find it there as well. Mesh cleanup, merge by distance. There we go. Removed 64 vertices. That's a lot. I bet it was all these overlapping ones. 32 times 2. If I had 3 edge loops, it removed 2 of the edge loops that had 32 vertices, 64. That makes sense. It didn't give me a number that I was unexpected. But now that I have fixed my duplicate geometry, I can remember how it happened. What did I just do? Bevel. Bevel. I can remember how it happened and solve it. Okay, let's shade it smooth again and see what happens. Ooh, everything's bad. What if we went into this, where are the settings? Normals, auto smooth. Now it's good again, sort of. It's fine. It's fine. We just did a checkbox and now it looks fine. But that's a good place to be. What do we do that subsurf thing that I see every tutorial do? Ooh, the inside of my mug looks bad. Why is that? Let's turn that off. It looks bad because I just don't have enough geometry. So I can just inset this face, and I can add an edge loop. And then now when I smooth it out, maybe add an edge loop back here at the top. Right, you see, look at that. We just keep throwing edge loops at the problem until the problem goes away. See, look at that. Fixing it through excess geometry. I wonder if there's another way to do it. Maybe we grab... Maybe we go into edit mode. How do I turn on? Okay, shush. There we go. Maybe we grab these edge loops. I think I just select this maybe 1, 2, and bevel those just a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Looks bad, but maybe it looks fine actually. Nope, it's bad. What did I just break? Well, we tried. Oh no, I had that turned off. Yeah, this whole thing's all messed up. So, pushing the wrong button. So like, we may not know the right way to do things, but as long as we have some strategy for doing them of some kind, then we can get things done. That's still very ugly. Oh, it's beautiful. Anyway, we're done. We made a bad mug. That's the point of this video, was to make a bad mug, and as we went through it and as you followed along, we made mistakes and we messed up and we identified a key number of areas that we need to improve our knowledge about. One is the subsurf modifier. It clearly broke everything for us. We had to add a lot of geometry to deal with. That was very difficult. 2 is dealing with extra vertices or adding vertices. 3 is learning nice ways to connect and bridge edge loops and faces and learning more about edge loops and selecting things. 4 is like selection and wireframe mode and making sure we're in the right mode all the time. So doing this little exercise wasn't really about making a mug, right? If you feel like you're trying to make a mug, we obviously kind of failed. It looks very bad, and you should feel bad about yourself. Not true at all, obviously. You should feel very good about yourself, because what we're doing is we're doing these little exercises in order to learn, in order to figure out what we don't know, right? We can just head forward through tutorial after tutorial after tutorial, and they'll start to get repetitive and annoying, and you'll never feel like you're learning a lot. But here we can do something, and we can do this exercise where we just try, and we just use whatever tool we have in our toolbox to attempt to solve a problem, even if we think it's wrong. But when we do think something's wrong, or when we do notice a problem, or when we do make a mistake, we take note of it and do some research. And then just repeat every day for, I don't know, a year, a month, a week, and you'll start to get more comfortable and familiar, I promise. Okay, bye.